Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever you choose to watch this. We are in the book of Hebrews today, Hebrews chapter 8, verses 1 and 2. Before I dive into that section, let me just thank you for your contributions to the channel. Appreciate your prayers for me. I appreciate your encouragement and the comments that you provide and the emails that you send. And I also appreciate, of course, your financial support for the ministry. It helps me to defray some of the costs, upgrade the technology when it's necessary, and stay current so we can continue to deliver content to the channel. And I pray that for you guys, and I pray that you are being encouraged and edified, built up in your faith, and equipped to live as a Christian in difficult times. So again, thank you for that. I don't thank you enough, and I just wanted to thank you today for that. Also, wanted to pick up where I left off last Friday. I gave you kind of an overview of chapter 8, verses 1 through 13, and talked about how Jesus is better in so many ways than the Levitical and Aaronic priesthood, the excellency, and he gave us three reasons basically in chapter 8 as to why that ministry is better. He serves in a better sanctuary, he offers a better sacrifice, and he is a better mediator. So today we're going to be focusing on, again, as I said, chapter 8, verses 1 to 2, where it talks about Jesus being a better, having a better sanctuary. So that's what we're going to look at today. So enough of me. Let's go look at the word. Here we are in chapter 8. Let me just read these first two verses for you. It says, "Now the main point in what has been said is this. We have such a high priest who has taken his seat at the right hand of the throne of the majesty in the heavens, a minister in the sanctuary and in the true tabernacle, which the Lord set up, not for man." So I love the way he starts this. Now the main point. It's helpful for me. I hope it's helpful for you, and the Holy Spirit points out what the main point is. We're not have to be in any kind of confusion about that or wondering what the point of this whole thing is. The main point is that Jesus has a better ministry. Jesus' ministry is superior, and for the first reason, again, he serves in a better sanctuary. Verse 1, it says he's at the right hand of the throne. It's interesting, the right hand in the Bible is always the hand of power, the hand of skill, the hand of purpose. Unlike the Levitical priest, who ministered just before a representation of God's glory, Jesus is in the immediate presence of his glory constantly. So the high priest could go into the holy place, and then once a year into the most holy place, where there was, of course, that covenant and the Shekinah glory there, this representation, this effulgence of God's presence. But Jesus is right in the immediate presence of God right now. We wonder what Jesus is doing in heaven. He is in the presence of his Father. Sometimes we call this, and you'll hear theologians refer to it, as the present session of Christ in heaven. So this is one of the things he's doing. Be a good study for you to do on your own through the book of Hebrews as to what is Christ doing right now in heaven in our behalf. So what he's doing there is he is in the presence of God at his right hand, a place of privilege, a place of trust, a place of power, that he is present with him in a unique way, Jesus right now on our behalf. And verse 2 says he's in a true tabernacle, the true sanctuary. He's going to expand on this later in chapter 9. He's going to unpack this some more. But for now, the point that he's making is that the heavenly tabernacle was the original. The one on earth is just a copy. The one in heaven is constructed by God. The one on earth is set up by man. So this is, again, important. Jesus is in that true tabernacle. The Aaronic priesthood, the Levitical priesthood, labored in a mere copy, a replica, a model, we can say. It's the difference between getting into a real car, let's say a sports car, a Porsche Carrera, for example, getting into the model of a Porsche Carrera and getting into the actual car that's full of power and ability and requires skill. That's the difference that Jesus is experiencing now. He's not in that temporary tabernacle that was just a mere model of the one in heaven. He's in the real deal. So 2 things here, why Jesus' ministry is better. It's a better priesthood, better sanctuary. The sanctuary was at the right hand of the throne of God, and he's in the true sanctuary. I want you to take a moment as you reflect on these 2 verses to just think about how God's plan of salvation originated with the work of God in heaven. He is forever taking the initiative for us. We don't earn our salvation. We simply receive what God has been planning from all eternity. We're receiving what he's offering to us through his Son. It's comfort, I think, for me anyway. I pray for you as well, to know that we are constantly receiving all the graces and gifts from salvation from the Father through Jesus, who is serving as this high priest, and he communicates them to us through his Spirit. And of course, those means of grace, those means of the Spirit is what we're doing right now, looking closely at his word, reading his word, looking at it broadly and specifically, through prayer, through fellowship, through service in our churches. I pray, brothers and sisters, that you are finding the thought that Jesus is right now before the Father's throne at his right hand in the heavenly sanctuary, interceding for us that we might understand and appropriate these 2 verses into our whole lives. Pray that you find this encouraging, that it builds you up in your faith, and that it equips you to understand the preciousness and the importance of Jesus in your life as I endeavor to keep this before me as well. So God bless you, brothers and sisters. May you continue to be encouraged and edified and equipped as we go through the book of Hebrews.